My name's Josh Welsh. I teach in the English department. I teach technical writing and rhetoric courses. I've started over the last couple of years really trying to increase the amount of drafting and revising that students have the opportunity to do in my classes. And this came about actually because of student feedback. One of the comments I got from a student was that they just wanted more feedback, more opportunities to do drafts and this kind of work. And so I thought, well, okay, we're going to do more and more of this. And so I kind of came up with this method where I do a draft and peer review cycle that the students are largely working with each other. So they'll submit a draft and get feedback from each other within 2 or 3 days. My role in that stage of it is to provide class-wide feedback. So I'll go through the drafts, take a look at some common things that I'm seeing and provide a post to the entire class that says, here's what I'm seeing in your drafts. And so that gives them the chance to do a draft and get a lot of feedback to work on a revision within 3 or 4 days. Because if they submit it on Wednesday, they'll get class-wide feedback from me on Thursday or Friday and get feedback by Saturday. And then they have a couple of days to work on revisions to submit the final, usually on a Monday. At the same time, I started doing video feedback. One thing I love about video feedback is it's easier to give positive feedback. You can point out, this is something, we'd be working on and you could change. But it's also easy to say, you did this really well and keep doing that. I just find it much easier to do that conversationally. So I started doing the video feedback. I wanted to give the students a reason to watch the video feedback. And so I put in one more layer of revision opportunity so that if they watch that video feedback, they got less than the grade that they wanted, they have the opportunity to revise once more and submit for the final grade. I think the students have responded really, really well to it. Some students will do really good work and will submit a paper that comes in at an A. They're happy to get more feedback because I think sometimes, or at least for me as an instructor, when I have a stack of papers to grade and somebody's doing it great, that person would get less time, right, than the person who needs more feedback. It's just a matter of sort of juggling priorities, right? With the video feedback method, you can take 3 or 4 minutes and tell that student that you're doing this stuff really, really well. This didn't affect your grade, but you can think about these kinds of things for the next assignment, and they usually will. Some students are turning in sort of B plus A minus work, but they want to turn in A work, and they want to do the work to do that. And I've had students say, I was really happy that I could revise my A minuses, because that A minus student usually wants to maintain a really high GPA. They're willing to put in the work to do it. And this method kind of rewards them for doing that. And then there are plenty of students, especially in a tech writing class, who come in with the feeling that they're not good writers. It's almost never true. Most people can write actually perfectly well if they're in college, but this gives them a chance to work on their writing and improve their performance in the class and the grade in the class to where they want it as well. So a C student might on the first assignment push their grade up to a B, and then on the next assignment, they'll probably turn in a B and they'll push it up to an A. They've learned a lot in the class by doing that. I'm happy and they're happy and everything works out pretty well.